Edath was laid on her private cell, contemplating the ceiling. She sighed and cleared her throat, waving her hand towards it.
"O beautiful ceiling, thy ornament speaketh to me. To others, thou art nothing more than an old ceiling with some cracks, but to me, thou art my sky, my heaven, my white canvas where I paint with my imagination a new picture every day."
She closed her eyes and closed her hand, sighing. She opened her mouth to continue when she got interrupted by a prison guard.
Very well, young woman. You should try go for acting as a career. Oh, wait, you can't. You're in jail, and you probably won't have a career.
He was tall and curvy and was around 40 years old, with half of those years' experience on his job. Edath looked at him, bored.
Says the person that is stuck in this prison as well.
At least I can go home when my job is over.
The man counterattacked as he opened the cell. Edath shrugged.
Of course you can. Great career you've got yourself into, huh? Everybody's dream is to watch criminals inside prison, beat them, rape them. Well, not that that is actually part of the job, but you do it nonetheless, don't you?
She smirked and stood up. The guard was starting to get angry, and before he began to shout, she lifted a hand.
Let's not waste any more time, yes? I believe you didn't come here just to make fun of me. What is it going to be this time? Another case for me to solve, or another dose of forced sex?
Enough! You have 2 detectives waiting for you in the interrogation room. Stand up and come with me.
Damn, I'm so famous here. I should have come here earlier.
She stood up, her legs shaking a bit.
Shit. My body's getting weaker with every passing hour.
She tried to stand tall and look strong. Her body was thin and unhealthy.
Maybe I should write a book, or probably speak with a television host. Oh wait, I can't.
She looked at him.
Apparently, I don't exist, and explaining the fact that a person that isn't supposed to exist is a murderer being kept by the government because she's actually useful would put them in a very bad situation.
The guard turned her around and put her in handcuffs. He grabbed her by the arm with more strength than needed.
Shut up already, or maybe me and my boys will have a visit later.
Oh, baby, do you even think I care anymore?
So, Edath is a person?
Lael asked as they sat in the chairs of the interrogation room. Ace frowned.
Yes, it's a woman. Edath Naleg. What did you think she was?
He didn't hide his amusement after Lael's question.
I don't know. It's a weird name.
Aiken said, waving his hands up, trying to apologize. He thought he had seen many weird names, but that one was particularly interesting.
It's uncommon. Not weird.
Ace corrected him and shrugged. Lael nodded and agreed. A few more seconds passed until a prison guard told them the prisoner was going to get in. They nodded in acceptance and waited for the other prison guard to bring the woman. Edath got in, and as soon as she looked at Ace, she rolled her eyes. She was beginning to grumble when she saw Lael. Lael was looking at her with curiosity. She opened her mouth and eyes wide as she was seeing a ghost. Lael looked to Ace with confusion and then to her.
What are...
The guard sat her on the chair as the legs began to shake a bit. Lael was uncomfortable with that situation. He wasn't sure what was happening and why she was looking at him like that.
Her face looks familiar, though.
He made an awkward smile that was meant to be a sympathetic one.
Good afternoon, Edath. I'm Lael Aiken, and this here is...
No,
she said in shock. She looked to Ace, who was grinning. He knew he wasn't supposed to bring Lael to Edath, but he couldn't help feeling that way would be so much fun. And it could also be helpful to know where the remaining inhabitants of the island and the rest of the missing people were.
Not that I give a single fuck, to be honest.
And so far, the meeting between both would be the cherry on the top of the cake for him that day. Edath smacked her fist on the table that was between her and the two detectives.
What did they do to you?
She was now standing up, her eyes filled with rage and sadness. Lael opened his eyes widely and leaned back as reflex. The guard was approaching her with the taser when Ace put a hand up, stopping him.
What do you mean?
Lael asked, confused. He looked at Ace, who was still grinning. He wasn't saying anything and didn't want to. Lael looked at her with miscomprehension. His head was hurting a bit.
God, why does she have to be so loud?
He looked at the symbol carved on her forehead. He had noticed it before, but couldn't figure out what it was. But now that she was closer, he could see it well. He couldn't really describe it, and it wasn't something he had seen before. Or so he thought.
No.
He remembered the dream he used to have.
A woman with a weird symbol on her forehead. Could that mean?
Edath was now shouting to Ace, but Lael had locked his eyes on the symbol. His head was aching.
I had a necklace with that symbol, but...
He pressed his fingers against his temples and shut his eyes. He could hear Ace and Edath arguing, but it sounded like an incomprehensive mumbling to him. He knew Edath. He knew the symbol. He knew where he was in the past year that he forgot. He knew what he has done. He was slowly remembering everything. And most important, he knew what he had to do.
Says the person is stuck in this prison as well. Oh, it's the prison. Gosh darn it.
God, why does my stomach have to be so loud? Yeah, that's my stomach growling. Don't record on an empty stomach. Right? Oh, jeez.
That sounded really weird.
That was weird. Sorry about that. Yeah, to my cunt of a wife and 2 brats, just little twats. You know, sometime I wish I could just end it.
Would put them in a very bad situation. Went slightly British at the end there. Copper, could you be quiet? I'm trying to record stuff. Dogs. Okay. Maybe I should write a book. Copper! You're so cute, but you need to be quiet. Get down. Get down. Good girl. Now stay. Does Edath have a dog? I don't know.
Okay, I think it's time to eat now. Bye!
You have 2 detectives waiting for you in the interrogation room. Stand up and come with me. If you want to live. I'll be back. Yeah. Thought so. Little bitch!
Oh, baby, do you even think I care anymore? So sexual. Hope you have fun with those ones.
Casually going insane, yay! One word at a time.